evening, everybody. Thank you so much. Welcome to the vocalist Danielle Curtis YouTube channel. I appreciate the opportunity to have another night here. I'm so thankful. The response thus far that I've been getting from people has been awesome. No, I didn't get a million hits over the night or views or whatever they call it, but we're getting there. I'm very, very, very happy with the support I've been getting, and I can't, thank everybody enough, especially the members on SingSnap. You guys are all fantastic. That's why I love you guys so much. I really do. So I appreciate it. So two things quickly tonight. This episode, I have to answer and explain a question that's asked to me all the time. And, excuse me, the other thing is I'm very excited because a friend of mine, a really talented member on SingSnap, should, and I say should because I don't want to hold her to it, but she actually sent me a new recording earlier, which is probably one of the songs that is going to be featured. She's a blues singer. She's really fantastic. You guys will love her. I'm telling you right now, you'll love her. Again, I'm not going to mention the name, but if you're watching and you guys are members, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. I call her the Queen of Blues because she does a great job. Awesome vocalist. So I'm very excited to hopefully have her this week. And you'll be able to talk with her. You pick her brain a little bit about how she got started in music, especially the blues, man. Blues, you don't find many people singing blues anymore, really. Far few and in between, especially female vocalists. There are some out there, absolutely 100%. But to sing it the way she sings it, I personally just think it's fantastic. So, at any rate, I'm excited about that. Now, the other thing is that I get asked this question all the time, actually for the past couple months. It's kind of like when somebody buys me something, right? What's the first thing they think of? Elvis. And guys, I appreciate it if you're watching, family, friends, whatever. But I do like other things in life, maybe a Corvette or something, scratch tickets, whatever, Tennessee whiskey, something like that. Kidding, I'm not a big drinker, but anyway, so since the new Elvis movie came out, the 2022 Elvis movie, I just actually went up, visited some family up in Wynne, New Hampshire today, and of course, Danny, did you see the new Elvis movie? Yes, I did. Did you like it? Not really. So I've got to explain it because I get asked this all the time. I'm going to explain to you as quick and as defined as I can in regards to what I thought was good and what I thought was horrible. Now, let me just remind people of something. I am an old school guy where when I was performing, even prior to that, I would study every single aspect of Elvis, what he did, how he moved, how he breathed, the way he talked, smiled, looked at you, whatever. So as an artist, when even as an actor, right, they kind of do the same thing. Johnny Depp does that. He stays in character for a long time. So that was like me because I was doing a lot of shows. I pretty much stayed in character all the time. Kind of forgot who I was, really. Excuse me. But so I studied Elvis, a lot of the unseen footage, biographies, watched many documentaries, listened to many friends and family that were really close with him. So you kind of got to understand who the man was, the musician, his likes, dislikes, all that stuff. And yes, there were some quirky things about Elvis, like anybody else, especially people who are eccentric like that, like him, Michael Jackson. They just have like their own distinct uniqueness about them. So when I watched this movie, and I got to tell you guys, in the beginning when the movie came on, honestly thought it was a trailer for another movie or that it was the wrong movie. I said, okay, this is kind of weird. This doesn't seem like an Elvis movie, and it reminded me of like a trippy movie, you know, like a psychedelic movie, like something they would do for like the Mamas and the Papas, I guess. So it didn't really give me that feel in the beginning. And then, of course, excuse me, it's my homemade iced coffee I drink. So much better, and it's cheaper, believe me. But anyways, I didn't really like how it started. So that right there kind of set the tone for the rest of the movie for me. So as it's playing out, I wasn't, how should I say, I wasn't awestruck. I was kind of in disbelief that this was an actual movie about Elvis Presley. And several reasons for that. I mean, Austin Butler, I think he did a good job as far as acting, as far as, you know, portraying Elvis Presley. And a lot of the younger generation will ask me, and a lot of them do love it. But here's what's funny is when I ask them, well, did you ever watch Elvis and the Beauty Queen? You know, Don Johnson, or the 1970s with Kurt Russell, or Elvis and Me? They haven't. And I ask them that because had they ever seen those movies, now all those movies by different actors, they had so much similarities. And these movies back then, because a lot of Elvis's close friends and stuff were alive back then. And so that's what they did. You know, they would interview them and kind of put that storyline together as much to the truth as they could. This new Elvis movie, it had some similarities, you know, but nothing that I really expected. I'm going to give you an example. So, for those of you who know about Elvis and his music career, well, you know that his manager, Colonel Tom Parker, he was an illegal alien. That's why Elvis couldn't perform overseas, because he didn't want Elvis going over there because he couldn't. He didn't have a visa. So that was to the truth. Some other things kind of scratch my head at. Like, I'm going to give you an example. When it showed, I believe it was a hospital, and Elvis was laying on the floor. He had collapsed or something. Maybe it was due to exhaustion. I forget. But then it had his dad there, Vernon. And then you see the colonel walking up saying, that boy needs to be on stage. I don't care how you get him up there, but he needs to be on. Because I think that's when they just did the contract was it the Hilton? Yeah. Anyways, so, and then it shows Vernon, you know, Presley, Elvis's dad, kind of just going along with it. Like, yeah, okay, my son's half dead, but yep, he's going to get up on stage because, you know, we need the money. Knowing through the people you watch, Elvis's close friend and family, documentaries, how close Elvis was to his mom and dad. More his mom, but also his dad. That to me, I mean, for any dad to just kind of put money over his son's well-being, maybe it's true. I don't know. But that just kind of struck me as weird, right? And then the other main thing that I did not like about the Elvis movie is, to me, it wasn't an Elvis movie. It was an Elvis and the Colonel movie. As a matter of fact, there was a book called Elvis and the Colonel written years ago. So why redo it? Like, why didn't you just call it Elvis and the Colonel? Because then I would have known, okay, this is about Elvis and the Colonel. But it wasn't focused solely on Elvis. It was, a lot of the spotlight was on the Colonel. And Tom Hanks, of course, he does a great job in anything that he does. But then you have him narrating the entire movie. And I'm like, this just doesn't make any sense. Like, first of all, how the hell do they know what transpired behind closed doors with Elvis and the Colonel. You know, unless Elvis specifically told Priscilla or somebody exactly word for word. You know, what I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, right? I know Priscilla had a hand in this movie, but uh, I just didn't understand why they had to highlight the Colonel so much. Why wouldn't you highlight the great successes? And they did. They showed Elvis when he was a young boy growing up in Tupelo, you know, walking into the clubs, all that stuff. The other thing I thought was weird, man, when he went into that tent, he started shaking and all that stuff, and you know, the preachers are all singing the blues, and Elvis looked like he was kipping out. Like, how the hell they know that happened? Like, why? Like, why'd you throw that in there? That just looks so fictitious to me. You know what I mean? So it was things like that throughout the movie, guys, that I just didn't like. I just thought it was honestly stupid. Again, not to discredit the actors at all, but I didn't like it. I did not like it. I liked that they actually had Elvis singing. I liked that Austin Butler, you know, portrayed the '68. I think was when he did the better job. Also, yeah, I give him props. '50s and '60s. Elvis wasn't an easy dude to mimic when it came to his dancing, especially in his earlier years. Elvis was like back then way ahead of his time. He was like a Michael Jackson of his time or an Usher. You know, the man could dance. He could move. So I give Austin Butler a lot of credit for that. But for me, I just didn't see how everything fitted together. And I think too, when they tried to put new music in with the feeling of an older movie set back in the 50s and 60s, you know, like the old days, it just didn't melt together well. You know what I mean? So, guys, that's my opinion on it. And I respect everybody's opinion. Again, this is a judgment-free zone here. So if you liked it, great. Awesome. At least you got to have some comprehension of, you know, Elvis Presley, the musician. Because when I watched Elvis and the Beauty Queen with Don Johnson, Elvis and Me, and in the 1970s, you know, Kurt Russell, he played Elvis, which I think, by the way, hands down, Kurt Russell, you nailed it, dude. You really did. Because from my understanding, they were really good friends. Also, him and Don Johnson. So I think in all those three movies, matter of fact, they had so much similarities to each other that I think that this one kind of was just way out in left field. It didn't really rhyme with any other documentaries or movies or biography that I've seen on Elvis. It was just kind of way out there. So for anybody who's followed Elvis and knows a lot about him in regards to what we've learned, I think that they may agree that, yeah, that a lot of things just didn't make sense or add up. So that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Sorry if I offended anybody, but it's just my honest opinion. Didn't really care for it, guys. So don't be mad at me, all right? But that was it. That's what I wanted to say. Had to get off my chest. So again, all this week we got the featured artist. I'm really excited. I've been getting a lot of feedback on it. We've been getting a lot of good responses from the Vocalist YouTube channel. I just want to keep plugging at it, keep it going. You know, I love, in fact, doing this. Right now, my time is 12:30 a.m. So just to let you guys know, I'm dedicated. I'm all in. It's you know, I'm in. I really and truly want to bring my best game to you guys, and you know, share things that I experienced, my love for music, and again, don't forget to check out the breakdown. That's also another channel that we have, which when I hang up with you guys, I have to go make my episode for that. So I'm pretty excited about it, guys, and I want to thank you all for watching. It means a lot to me, it truly does. So I hope everybody will check back again tomorrow, and I will let you guys know as soon as I get updated on who's coming on board. If they're going to do an interview, are we going to just kind of, you know, brag them up a little bit? And again, guys, you don't have to submit a recording. You don't even have to do an interview, whether it's on the phone or a video. If you give me your permission, because I won't just, showcase anybody without their permission. I really don't want to break the trust of privacy with anybody. But if you have something, some write-ups that you would like me to highlight about you, I'll be more than happy to do the intro and the about for you specifically. I promise I'll do justice by you. So guys, again, Denny Curtis, the vocalist on the YouTube channel. Please check back again. Much appreciated. Everybody be safe out there. Till next time.